Hi, everyone. No?
Yep.
Okay. Wasn't sure if I was on or not. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mystic Monday. I'm Lady Rose, your host, coming to you from Goddess Garage Tarot Parlor. So tonight is an interesting night. There's not a whole lot going on, and also I was very busy, so I haven't really taken a look, so I haven't been able to do up a report. But we do have some other things happening. As you may or may not have seen, Wednesday is the first night of the full moon for February. And we're going to do a full moon ritual. And I'm very excited about it because the full moon will be in Leo. So I like to take Leo and all the other astrology signs and add some feminine magic to them, because a lot of astrology is very much male based, so I try to add some divine feminine to it.
You're sideways again.
I'm sideways again? Oh no, what's going on?
I don't know.
Well, turn me right side up then.
Hang on, everybody.
We're going for a ride, everyone. Oh. So you can turn this part sideways too.
Okay.
Like you don't have to hold it.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. We're just readjusting me. So bear with us, everyone.
Okay.
All right, cool. Here I am, right side up. Sorry, that first part came in weird. So, like I said, we're doing the full moon ritual on Wednesday. So this Wednesday, we're going to do it live on Facebook. And if you want to make donations, please feel free to. I am having, like I said, it's in Leo, so it's about the lioness's power and the grace and her going after the target that she wants. So this is all about reaching your goals. I'll be using the Oracle deck, the Priestess of Light, because it's very, lioness, tiger kind of feel to it. Let me see here. So it's divine feminine archetypes and sacred geometry combined in these cards. And of course, intricate oil paintings of animals as well. Shows you how to use these cards for predictive purposes as well as tools of significant interchange. And that's what this Leo moon is bringing, this full moon, is interchange and really bringing that forth. Because earlier in the year, a lot of our new moons and our full moons were about making plans for those big choices. If you want to change your year, now's the time to do it. And this full moon, I feel, coming up is more of, let's bring in that number 3 of first movement forward. We're through the thought process, we're through the planning process, and now we're ready to actually take action. So I'm very excited about that. I've got some stuff in the works as well. So please keep your eye on my group and my page, Goddess Garage, for both, of things that are coming up, because I'm really, really excited about some of the things I'm going to be bringing out. Also, too, if you happen to be around, where's one of my books? Is one of my books on the rack there? And because this Sunday coming up, February 20th or whatever it is, I'm going to be doing a book signing for one of my books. So the books are $20 each, and if you purchase one of the books, I have a link for an Eventbrite event as well, because we're going to do a book signing in Gananoque. So I'll put the link up in this video or on the page where you can find it, and you get a free ticket into the book signing. And it's not just me signing the book. There's going to be 4 authors from this book that are going to be there, and there'll be a little light lunch, and you'll get a swag bag as well, because I know they're bringing some stuff. And then also you'll have the stories of 4 of the authors in here. I believe there's like 20 of us in here or something like that. But it's a really good read. Oh, thank you. And hopefully if you're around in the area and would like to support my writing endeavors, I would love to see your friendly face in the audience. Okay, so what else is happening? The announcement that Mystic Mondays is changing. We are going to be doing Mystic Mondays We're changing it to once a month as opposed to every week, because we're also going to be incorporating in live episodes for the new moon and the full moon rituals, as well as the Sabbats. And the Sabbats are like in bulk that I just did. The first day of spring, which is the spring equinox, Beltane, those kind of things. Those are Sabbats. So we'll be doing that. So we'll actually be on live as many times as we would have been. But now we're just doing different things. We're doing some rituals, and we're incorporating more knowledge into each of these events that we're going to be doing around the moon and around the Sabbats. So the new moon and the full moon, for instance, are called Espats, because they're the moon celebrations and festivals and whatnot. And the Sabbats are all the sun movements. So all the Espats are based off of where the moon is. And the four main moons are the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, and the last quarter. We'll be doing rituals and live events for both the new moon and the full moon. And then the Sabbats are when the sun is moving. So like the spring equinox that comes in, that's the sun moving, and it's now equal day and equal night on that particular day because the sun is moving, so we see more of it going into the summer and whatnot there. So just a little knowledge there in case you didn't know the difference or even know the names of them. And then tonight we're doing some card pulls for soul coaching is the first deck that I'm doing. Everybody gets one of those that wants a card, so please put in the comments if you'd like a card, and Sarah will add you to the list. And those of you that made donations, we're also doing a Moonology card pull for you, and that's about the energy that is around you. I really love this new deck. I just like the feel of it. I don't always pay attention to the message on the bottom, but I like that, you know, it's talking about each of the moon and what sign it's in and that kind of stuff. So it really gives me an insight as to where you are and what movement you're supposed to be doing. Are you supposed to be being still and quiet right now? Are you supposed to be taking action? What are we supposed to be doing? So I really like that deck for that reason. Now, my Sarah, who's always here with me on Mondays and all my live events, we already did her card. So we're not going to be doing that tonight for her. But I thought we could do a group card as well, and we'll do that first, maybe. And that way, anybody that's watching on the replay, this is your card. We usually do it last, and you probably watched all the way through the video going, oh my God, I hope she does a group card. Well, we're going to do you guys first this time. Okay, so focus is for the group card. So it also applies to all of you that want a card. It's just an additional card. So focus, and I really like that it's focused right here on the stars. They always say, shoot for the stars, maybe you'll land on the moon, even if things don't work out as you plan. And the message on this card is, all of my thoughts are directed toward my highest good. So know that when you're focused on something and you're putting your focus there, be open as well to the flow, and know that, you know, this too shall serve me, kind of thing. And so focus, which I am clearly not right now, is the name of the game. I know the full moon's coming up because I usually get a little loopy a couple of days before the full moon, and this is something a lot of people don't know. Like when something is changing, like for instance, the full moon is going full in a couple of days. Mercury retrogrades happen. Sometimes the heaviest time of those retrogrades and movements of planets are just before it happens, because it's the anticipation of the movement happening. So sometimes people, you know, will say, oh, I get headaches at the full moon all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sort of on the teetering edge of a headache. It's not really a headache, but it's kind of something heavy right now. And I find I get it right before a full moon because of the anticipation of the energy. If you're getting them on the full moon, that's a good time to kind of check and see if you're using the energy correctly, because you might be resisting something in that energy. But even the full moon right now, or the moon right now, as she's changing to full moon, she's like, oh God, these kids, kind of thing. She's in that energy. And that's what I feel like I'm in right now. So, who's first on our list?
Sarah Wynn.
Sarah Wynn, of course, she's the queen of our VIP list. No one has ever beat Sarah Wynn, I don't think. But she gives a monthly donation, and she's always right on it. So she's always the first one, and that's how we determine who's on the VIP list. First, it's a donation, and we just do it by the order that they come in. So, yeah, there you go. So Sarah Wynn is always ahead of the game.
Except for today. She forgot. She's going to send her donation after.
Oh. Oh, we just automatically put her on the top of the list, didn't we? Well, she's always here. Okay. Oh, Sarah Wynn, you got Voyage is your card. That's come up for you. And it says, I am safe and loved no matter where I am. So voyage isn't always a literal voyage. Sometimes it's a voyage of spirit, of mind, of whatever it might be. But right now, I would say a good thing for you to do is to be in the energy of that voyage. Be in the energy of voyages always take us to places we've never been. So embrace anything that's new, that takes you to a place where you've never been. Pay attention to those road signs, so to speak, of what might be coming up in your life. And you've got a new moon in Taurus as your energy card. So with this is quite a combination, because you've got Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, who's the goddess of love. And Tauruses are very good. Well, they have some downsides, but every sign does. But Tauruses are very good at building things. They're very good at acquiring things, and they don't acquire them in a hoardish kind of way. They're very good at curating what they want, and they have impeccable taste pretty much all the time. And it's a new moon for you. So for you, it's about finding those places where you haven't been before in any way, shape, or form, but also acquiring something, adding to your life. And it's a new moon, so it's a new sort of start, a new journey of some kind. And it does say that you are loved and safe, so know that, because it might be a little scary when you first start out on this journey, voyage kind of thing. And also know your worth. And Tauruses are very good at that. They know the worth of things, and they know the worth of themselves. Because they're not only about, beautiful things in the world and whatnot, but they also are in the house of values. So what you value in your life, and what you value in a person, like, you don't tolerate liars, for instance, or something like that, right? But knowing your own worth as well. So that's for you, Sarah. You have a new beginning starting, and it looks like it's going to be very exciting. So that's kind of cool.
Both Sarah's on voyages.
Yes, I know, right? Like Sarah got her cards pulled earlier, and she actually pulled the voyage card too. So interesting. All my Sarahs are going on voyages. Who's after Sarah?
Bev is after Sarah.
Bev is after Sarah. Okay, Bev. Let's see what you're going to get. And like I've said before, if you want to be on the VIP list, now that we're going monthly. So, the other thing I forgot to say when we were going monthly is we're doing it on the last Monday of every month. So what's going to happen, and this is what I'm really excited about, is I'll be able to do bigger, better things if I'm only focusing once a month on stuff. So yeah, the next one will be March 28th, which is only a couple weeks from now. But that will be the one. And what I'm going to do at the Mystic Mondays is I'm going to do an astrology report of what's coming up for April. So you watch on March 28th and you see what's happening in the skies for April, and you'll get the full monthly sort of report. And then I'll be able to do like extra things that I might not be able to do on this weekly one. So I'm really excited. So I hope you can join us. We will be setting up event pages and posting about it. Don't be afraid to ask us, when is the next one? Even if we have to tell you 3 times, that's all good, because we are switching. And it's the last Monday of the month, so keep that in mind to help keep your dates straight. And Bev, now here are your cards. There was a little commercial message there. So you got pleasure. This is an awesome card. And it says, my life is deliciously joyous. And someone else got this card in one of their love readings earlier today. And it's a beautiful card. I love it. It's just like, just indulge and find that pleasure in your life. Find everything in your life that's exciting, that's delicious, that's wonderful. You know, everything has a taste, even if it's not food. And enjoy it. Eat life up. And that's what this card is about. Finding something that sings to your soul and do more of that kind of thing. If it sings to your soul, it can't be that bad. And then, Bev, you've got as your energy card, you've got first quarter moon in Aries. There we are, first quarter moon in Aries. So interesting that you've got pleasure and you've got Aries happening together. So Aries is all about, Aries is the first sign. So they're the most rebellious of all the signs. Sometimes they rebel just to rebel. They are the warriors, so they've got the goddess, not the goddess, but the god of war, Mars, as their kind of ruler. Aries tend to, on a good side, they can be very good at ramming through, because they are the ram, any obstacle. They do it very well for themselves. They do it very well for those that are unable to do it for themselves. And they're like, they've got that strength and very little scares them. In fact, if it scares them, they almost run towards it as opposed to away from it. The other thing that Aries is very good at is motivation, because they have they're able to have a healthy anger, if you can keep following me on that, because anger can really motivate you sometimes. Now, there's other motivators that are probably more long lasting, because anger doesn't really have a lot of stamina. It has a lot of strength in short spurts, but it doesn't have stamina. And same thing with Aries people. They tend, in the moment, they can give 150%, but they can only do it for short spurts. And I've finally figured out my own rhythm, because I'm an Aries, and I bring my A game to every single session and reading, because I've learned how to work in short spurts, because that works best for me. So this is very good. It benefits you as clients. And then you're in a first quarter moon. So you're going to find it a little bit challenging, but you've got the Aries energy. So these challenges that come up, you're going to recognize them, but they're going to be like, oh, I broke through that, no problem. Oh, I overcame that, no problem. So this is a good time if you've been avoiding some challenges or some situations and whatnot. This is a great time to face those, because you've got that warrior, I can get through anything kind of energy around you. So you should be moving forward. And you might feel like it's a bit of a slow move forward, but just keep going. Don't stop. Whenever a first quarter moon comes up, it means don't stop, keep moving, but also find the pleasure in it. Gain that pleasure. The cool thing about Aries too is they're very childlike. So they can see the wonder and the newness in things. So that's also another thing. Embrace that wonder and newness in some of these things that maybe you've been avoiding, maybe your challenges, that sort of thing. Okay.
Okay, one card for Julie, please.
Julie. Hi, Julie. Okay, I will do a card for Julie. Oh, goodness. A whole bunch jumped in. That was not a jumper. That was a whole reading right there. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, this one, it flipped over. There we go. That's yours. Okay, your card is leadership. Interesting. And it says, I am a beacon of radiance, support, and love. And I think that's very much true. I think you have a lot more to give to the world than you realize. I also think a lot of these cards are like very sun-like, and I think, and you've got this torch, which is lighting up things, and I think you're a brighter light than you give yourself credit for. You are a beautiful, beautiful human being. I love being in your energy, and I think that you have quite a gift, and you need to kind of embrace some of that leadership opportunities that might be coming your way. I would highly recommend you tuning into the ritual on Wednesday, because it's all about embracing that leadership of being the lioness in your own life. There we go. Hope that helped.
Dominique is next.
Dominique. All right. Hi, Dominique. Thank you for being here. Let me see what you've got going on here. These cards are jumping in weird ways. All right, this one wants it. Okay, Dominique, you've got Awakening as your card. And it says, I am joylessly awake and aware and ready for anything. So this very much says it's time to dance through life. You don't need to just move. You need to kind of dance your way through some of the things that are coming up for you. You need to embrace the joy and find the joy in every situation, because you are very hyper aware right now. So you're a little more sensitive to some of the energies around you, maybe some of the situations and relationships around you. But know that you've got this, and the way you're going to get through it is not through force like an Aries would do, but through dance and more of a water kind of energy around you. So, steady but gentle, and find the waves and embrace them. You can take on anything. There might be a couple surprises that are coming up for you that kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. It's okay. Dance your way through them. You've got this. I know you do. All right.
Sheena is next.
Sheena. Hi, Sheena. How are you, my dear? I want to offer my condolences to you, Sheena, on your recent loss, and thank you very much for being here. Okay, here's yours. Miracles. That's your card, Sheena. Miracles. My life is a miracle. That's beautiful. And there's a beautiful tree, and I know you have a beautiful tree outside your window at your home. And, there's eggs in here, and eggs are sort of a sign of new life, new beginnings, abundance, that sort of thing. In my college days when groceries were low, as long as I had eggs, I was okay. I can always make a dinner with eggs. But your life is a miracle, and embrace the miracles that are in it. And I know that you do. I know you have great awareness that you bring to yourself, your life, me. You come in for advice and tarot readings and coaching from me, but you coach me as much as I coach you. So I'm very happy to have you in my life, and I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you're doing okay. And remember, not only is your life a miracle, you are a beautiful, beautiful creation and miracle of the universe. All right.
Tanya just made a donation.
Okay, Tanya. All right, Tanya, here we go. Whoops, okay. Let's see what's going on with you, Tanya. Oh, okay, that one jumped out rather quickly. And let's see what your energy card is here. All right, this is the one that wants to come out. Okay, so Tanya, your first card is communication, and it's two hands coming together. I know they look like forks, but they're two hands. Because when I first saw this, I was like, those look like forks. So your message is, I communicate from my heart, and love surrounds and protects me. And communication definitely from the heart as opposed to the mind is definitely often a more gentle kind of communication. It's a more truthful kind of communication. I've just been doing a lot of studying on subconscious and conscious mind coming together, the mind and the mind and the heart coming together, bringing them together. And often what I'm saying to clients a lot is, our lips can lie because our lips are controlled by our brain, and our brain is capable of lying. However, our body is not, and the heart rules the body. So the heart is incapable of lying as well. And they've just done studies not too long ago where, they've proven the heart can break. And, like through love and that sort of thing. It's more than just a muscle. And this card is very much saying you need to communicate from your heart and know that whatever comes from your heart is what your true wishes are. It's also a form of protection for you, because it's the real warnings that you need to hear, as opposed to our brains that sometimes warn us, but in what I call the monkey mind kind of way, that just create worry and anxiety. And the heart can alleviate. If you're looking for alleviation from your panic attacks or anxiety or depression, listen to your heart. When you're in those places of anxiety or feeling down, you're not listening to your heart, and you really need to. And this card's coming through because you need to also not only listen to your heart, but you need to speak to people in your life from your heart and send them love, even if you're angry at them. And you've also got a new moon in Aquarius. I think this very much lines up with this form of communication, because it's a new way of communicating for you. A lot of us don't listen to our heart, and that's sort of our inner child as well, and we have a hard time doing that. So it feels very weird when we first start talking to our inner child, and we feel kind of like, oh, like this feels weird, and am I crazy for doing this kind of thing? And no, you're not. Talk to your inner child. Talk to the 5-year-old Tanya and see what she wants and needs. Because a lot of times we ignore the 5-year-old version of ourselves. And when we are sad and when our emotions are out of control, it's not so much us, it's our child inside us. If we can't explain the emotions we have, it's because it's our child inside of us that is trying to get out to tell us what's wrong. So don't be afraid. Like, if I'm feeling really frustrated one day, I'll ask 5-year-old Rhonda, okay, Rhonda, why are you frustrated? What's going on? What can I do to help? Do you need a hug? Do you need to be told you're amazing? Do you need me to cry with you? What do you need? And she communicates to me quite readily now because I've practiced it a lot. So this might be something that you need to kind of start doing or doing more of. Okay, I hope that helps. Anyone else?
Yes, one card for Michelle.
One card for Michelle.
Michelle G.
Michelle G. Oh, hi, Michelle. How are you? All right, let's see what Michelle gets. And thank you, everyone, for being here. If you haven't heard earlier, I am switching Mystic Mondays to a monthly thing so that I can do more and so that it's a bigger, better show, which is awesome. I'm really excited about that. So, Michelle, you've got peace. So for you, everyone else has been moving. It's time to move. It's time to move. For you, it's actually time to kind of slow down and be still. And it says, I breathe deeply knowing that all is well in my universe. So peace and meditation are often put together. And this is a time for you to find that inner stillness, that inner peace. And as many meditation teachers and masters will tell you, one breath fully in and fully out is a meditation. So focus on your breathing. It is one of the only systems that our body has that we can actually control ourselves. Because we can't control our digestive system. Our body just does that for us. We can't control our heart. It just beats for us, which is good, because if you were sitting here and had to tell your heart to beat the whole time, you'd probably forget once in a while and we'd all be dead. But the breathing you can control to a certain extent. I mean, obviously you're going to breathe naturally, but when you become mindful and conscious of the breath going in and the breath breathing out, that is a meditation. Because a lot of people are always asking me, well, how do you meditate? And I do guided meditation. Guided meditations are great, but learning to just breathe as a meditation is very, very, very good training for your mind, for your body, for your heart. And the thing is with breath is we are supposed to take 40 deep breaths every day. Every 24-hour cycle, we need to take 40 deep breaths in order to maintain good health. Most of us take 10 in North America. That's the average. So most of us need to up our breathing game quite a bit. And it's amazing how much of a difference just being aware of our breath and taking it on purpose makes, how much of a change it makes in your life, in your emotional stability, in your emotional peace, in your peace of mind, all these things. You just find that level, and it just seems like life can throw anything at me and it's okay now because I got this. I got my breath. I'm good. So that's what that card is about for you.
A card for Crystal, please.
Crystal. All right. Let's do Crystal. Let's see what's going to jump out for Crystal. No, I felt it. It just jumped. Okay, Crystal, you got... This looks like a supercalifragilistic kind of word. It's impeccability. When it was written out, it was like, it doesn't look like a big word. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Okay, so Crystal, it says, I am impeccable in my thought, word, and deed. So again, this is about being mindful and knowing that I'm putting my best effort in. This will come up, I'm feeling sometimes, because maybe you're trying to do too much all at the same time. Part of being impeccable in your thought, word, and deed is focusing, which is the group card from earlier, and doing one thing at a time. As humans, women can multitask to a certain extent, but as humans, we're not that great at it. If you're multitasking, you're doing everything great, but it's not amazing. When you focus on just getting one thing done, first of all, it takes the pressure off. And second of all, it helps you focus so that you can do a really good job on that. So this impeccability is telling you to look at your life. How much are you doing? Are you doing too much? Have you spread yourself too thin? Are you tired now so you're not putting your best game forward? I was just talking earlier about finding my own rhythm as an Aries. And I know that Aries are really good in the moment for short spurts of it at a time. So I adjusted my schedule, my work schedule, so that no matter when I booked a client in, I'm always bringing them my A game. So the first client that gets me in the morning will get my A game, and the last client at night will get my A game. And because I found that when I was saying yes to everybody, no matter what time it was, and, you know, I just want to be able to fit you in and blah, 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 I found that I was overworking myself. And, you know, if you were the last client of the day, or even sometimes mid-afternoon client of the day, you weren't getting my best reading. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have that impeccability of readings for every single client that sits down at my desk. So that's something you need to look at. Maybe you're not working with your own astrological energy or your body's rhythm or whatever. If you want to find out what your rhythm is like for anyone out there, let me know, because I can do an astrology reading with you through both astrology and the cards and see what your rhythm is, and we can help figure that out so that you can adjust accordingly and you can be bringing your A game to everything in your life. Anyone else?
Nope. Does anyone else want a card?
Yeah, if anyone wants a card. We're pulling from Soul Coaching tonight. We're going to be on again this Wednesday, so a couple days from now. And for that, we'll be pulling from the Priestess of Light Oracle. I'm very excited to share that. It's very much about the feminine divine, or the divine feminine. I'm also, if you do a donation, I'll be doing a goddess card as well for everybody, so that donates. So I'm excited about that too.
One card for Amy, please.
Okay. Sorry, I just wet my whistle there. All right, Amy. Oh, I was just thinking about you today, Amy. Oh, there's yours. You came out fast. Okay, transformation. That's a big card. Okay, transformation for you. I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me. So there's some transformation that's maybe been happening, because transformation doesn't come all in one day. It often comes over the course of time. And there's some transformations that are going to be coming up for you. And know that, you know, even as these wonderful changes happen, you might get a little worried, you might even get a little scared, or, you know, there's excitement as well, but it's like, oh my gosh, I'm scared to take this first step, or whatever it might be. But know that you are actually centered, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and nothing but joy will come to you as long as you let go and just let things happen as they should. And that is, you've been working really hard, I know, so a lot of times we work so hard that we forget. You need to just kind of let go and let things happen. It's kind of like when you make a cake. You get out all the ingredients, you get the mixing bowls out, you mix up the batter, you know, grease your pans, and pour it into the pan, and then, and this is where you are at, then you put them in the oven and you wait. There's nothing to do. It's just waiting and being okay with waiting and listening for the ding for when the cakes need to come out. Because especially with cakes, you don't want to be opening the door, you don't want to be jumping around because the cake falls then, right? So for you right now, transformation is happening. And transformation happens in the oven all the time. So this is what's happened. You are in the oven phase right now. So let things bake as they should and just listen for the ding for when you need to take the cake out. All right.
One card for Rosie, please.
Okay. Rosie, thank you so much, Rosie, for being here tonight. Let me see what you get as your card. Oh, there's a bit of a jumper there. All right, here we go. So, Rosie, okay, you've got Radiance as your card. Very nice. A little lighthouse here. And it says, I am a radiant reflection of the universe's light. So very much we are, like a lot of the times our lives are reflected back to us. So when we think, oh my gosh, why is everything going wrong? It's a good time to kind of address, well, what are your thought patterns right now? What are your attitudes? What are you expecting? You know, like, you know, oh yeah, everything's just going to go wrong today. You say stuff like that, and yeah, the universe reflects that back to you, right? But right now you are reflecting with the universe in radiance, and you're in alignment. So this is a really good time to find your way through something that maybe has been really hard. Maybe there's a challenge that, or a goal that you've been finding really hard to kind of reach out to. Right now, it's saying, is the time to go for it, because it will come a lot easier because you're in alignment for it. You weren't ready for it before, but now you are. So go for it. So look at your life and see, what is it that I, you know, maybe put on the back burner because it was too frustrating, or maybe, you know, thought, oh, maybe I should just not do this. Look for those kind of things, because now you are in the perfect energy to reach the shores of whatever your goal was. Okay.
Sarah Wynn wants to know.
Yes.
Let me go back to her comment. Who got the shadow readings?
Who got the shadow readings? What was the shadow readings?
Oh,
yeah. Was I going to do a draw? Is that what it was? Because I was thinking today, I think there was a draw that I missed.
Yeah. Get your thing out. It was for everybody who commented on your Macabre tarot deck review.
Oh, right, right. Yes, okay. Because for the life of me, I couldn't remember what the draw was. I was like, what did I say I was going to do?
I can't remember how many you said you were going to do. Can I have your scissors, please?
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to cut up those papers and do that draw right now.
How many did you say you were going to do? 5?
Yes, I was going to do 5 readings. Yes. Yeah, because I was looking at and it's weird, I was looking at that deck and going, I haven't used that yet.
Christie would like a card, please.
Okay.
Oh, it was the first 10 comments. Well, then everybody gets one.
Oh,
because you had 7 comments.
Oh, all right, cool. So list out who it was.
Sarah Wynn.
Sarah Wynn. So you have a shadow reading.
Sharon. Julie. Trish. Sheena. And me.
And you.
And me.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, congratulations to you all. Message me if you'd like your free shadow reading, because I would love to do a reading with that deck and do some shadow work with everybody. Mm-hmm. So definitely, and it's really cool because I did a shadow work course last fall, and I had some lovely ladies in the class, and I really enjoyed doing it. And I'm just going to give a little bit of a hint here. Now it's time to do some light work. And I have a beautiful, beautiful program that I am looking to bring out fairly soon. But, check, about end of March, beginning of April, perhaps, to see more about that. That's all I'm going to say right now. But I've spent the last probably couple of years honing it and really kind of working on it and getting it to the state it is right now, which is awesome, is all I can say. It's going to be life-changing in a big, big, huge way. So yeah, keep your eyes on my page for that, because you will want to be in this program if you want to change your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I am drawing a card for Rosie, right?
You already did Rosie. You were doing Christie.
Christie, sorry. Christie, okay, excellent. Christie, we've got gratitude for you. And it says, "This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful." So, of course, being grateful for everything in your life. The cool thing about gratitude is it's an energy which I call a forced shift. So if you're, in that, everything's so bad in my life, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling anxious, I'm always getting mad and snapping and those kind of things. What gratitude does is it shifts you out of that right away. So a lot of times when my clients talk about, having panic attacks or feeling that anxious feeling, and I too, I'm not coming at this from I've read about it in a book kind of thing. I'm coming at it because I personally have had full-on panic attacks. I've suffered from anxiety. I actually suffer from agoraphobia, which has been very challenging through COVID, because in the lockups, I was okay. I'm fine at home. It's after the lockups happened that I found it really hard to come back here, because I would not want to do it. And in my own personal life, I've lost 2 jobs because of agoraphobia. But one of the things I do practice when I know that, I have to go to work or the parlor tomorrow and do readings, which I love to do, but it's getting out the door that's really hard for me. So I often will practice gratitude, and I will say to myself, what are you grateful for? And I'm so grateful for having this office outside of my home so that I can have clients in and look at all my pretty things and flip some cards and do some tarot readings. I love, love, love what I do. And I wouldn't be able to be here if I didn't know how to show gratitude, which forces me out of my anxiety, because agoraphobia is a form of anxiety, and it forces me out of it so that I can now walk out with strength and a clear head and that sort of thing. So, and this is what gratitude is all about. So it's coming up because you need to sort of focus on some gratitude. It's also a great card because it's showing that you're really in alignment with what's happening and what's going to be happening as well, because the full moon is just 2 days from now. And the full moon is all about being thankful and grateful and making those wishes and being happy that I can make the wish for the next level or whatever. So you're actually in alignment with what is going on in the sky. So it's a really, really great time to show gratitude so that you get even more good things coming into your life. And it's a good time to ask for those good things as well, because you are in alignment right now. So I hope that helps. And why gratitude is amazing.
Okay, that is it for tonight.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you can join me again on Wednesday. I said 7. I might push it to 6:30, so please keep an eye open for that, because I'd probably start it more at 6:30 now that I'm thinking about it. So 6:30 for a full moon ritual. And I'm going to put up more details on the event, so please watch for that event, because Facebook is not being very friendly to people that do events. I can't invite anyone. You guys actually have to click on it or look for it. So please look for the full moon rituals on a regular. Hopefully I pop up on the list. I'll be posting them up on my page and on my group, so please be a part of that, or friend me on Facebook if you like. because I do post it up there as well. I also post up really funny jokes all the time. I'm hilarious. So don't be afraid to friend me. Until then, we'll say goodnight. Have a great couple of days till I see you again. Take care. Bye.